Welcome everybody. So this is my 1998 Seadoo Speedster. I'm filming this because there's not a lot of information available on how to remove the engines from this engine bay. As you can see, it's a dirty, messy process. Recommend keeping it plugged until you're all done. Now, when I bought this boat, I did not have the actual flame rest cover here. So if you do, you'll have a clip here, a clip there, one down here, another one here. You go ahead and slide those back, down, up, whichever way they come, and then go ahead and take that black cover off. Once you get the black cover off, you have your 6 Allen heads in here. If yours has been touched, they will typically switch them to a socket head. After you go ahead and get this off, then you have the actual flame arrest cover. Go ahead and get you something skinny. Then don't cut into the rubber. Be gentle. Take that off. Give that a good cleaning. And then we're into the carburetor bolts here. So we got one. That's missing one. Alright, as you can see, there's supposed to be 4 bolts in here. And it appears the previous owner has sheared them all off. We'll have to get those out and get that mounting platform off. Alright, so now these are actually the bolts that sheared off. Other than that, the next step will be to get these 4 Allen head bolts, 1, 2, 3, and 4 out. And that'll let the carburetors come down. We'll go ahead and disconnect our fuel line and our choke. Okay, so far, all these bolts are literally hand tight. That one, this one, and this one is your 4th one. We're gonna go ahead and take them all out, and then this carburetor will slide down and we'll just lay it on the floor here like that one. And then I'll let us keep working on the engine, get to the motor mounts, get to the rest. All right, once you've got those carburetor bolts off, you should be able to slide that down and out your way. You go ahead and take this, which supplies oil to the rotary valve, and you go ahead and take this off, which is your positive for your starter. Go ahead and take off your negative for your starter. I put those bolts back on the nut so I don't lose them, and then leave the cable on the floor here, just like so. After we get that, we're going to move down here. It's the empty jug I had. Go ahead and put that somewhere that it can drain without making a jumbo mess. Yes, my hands are disgusting. That is how this goes. But at the end of the day, we will clean all this and it'll be beautiful. Alright, so go ahead and get your number 10. Stick it on here. Rotate. Go ahead and break that nut loose. Once you get this off, move on. Alright, next you'll take your 13. Get it on there. Yes, it's a true 13. There you go. That's your negative. We've already removed the oil and the positive. Just go ahead and take this off. Slide this out. Put your nut back. My nut fell down there for the positive side, so I'll have to retrieve that here in a second. Ooh, free tool. Looks like there's the heads of those bolts that snapped. There's my nut. Okay. So, it looks like originally the negative was here and it snapped or broke. They relocated it over here. Seems fine to me. Next, I'm going to work on getting the exhaust. The actual manual says it's easy to stick a chain through here and pull the engine out. However, as you can see, it's pretty tight space, so I'm not going to go about it that way. What I'm going to do is actually take the top off here, Allen head, Allen head, Allen head, and then there's a socket down on that bottom corner. Let's see if I can get you there. Nope. So once you get those off, then you can go ahead and take that clamp off, Once you get those out, you want to get this clamp off. It's actually a socket that will loosen it up and then it'll spring apart. Once you get that off, you'll work your way down here and down here. Then you'll loosen those off, and then we're good to start working on the shroud. Okay, so as you're loosening that bolt, you can see this wants to split apart, which is going to make it hard to try to hand do. Go ahead and use one hand supporting it against where it connects to, and then you can hand thread it off. That's been my secret tip. All right, make sure you catch the nut and the washer. We'll take that loose. Once we get it loose enough, that hose will go ahead and come apart. Normally I would hold it, but I'm trying to show it. There you go. Rotate that sumbitch. There you go. All right. And there you have all 4 items. We've loosened this clamp here. Go ahead and push it back. And then slide it apart here. Go ahead and loosen that up a little bit more. Seemed a little crazy, but it's there. Now you got one piece. You should have your second piece. Looks like I forgot one hose here. Flathead, loosen it, take it off of the head. Make sure you disconnect all your wires before pulling it through this way. Okay, now with that removed, should be able to get to your motor mount bolt there. Go ahead and pop that loose, which, you know, unfortunately, this one might be already, well, it's loose, but it ain't right. And then go ahead and take your motor mounts off the back here. One over here, and you got the one over here. Make sure you remember the shims. In my case, I have 2 on the left. One on, nope, 2 on the right, just combined together. 2 and 2, there's both of those. All right, so you got your 1 13mm bolt up here for the very last motor mount. There she goes. Make sure you disconnect this fuel line. Go ahead and hang it up. As you see, I hung up mine right there. I'm gonna do the same on this post for that one. Okay, so completely remove that motor mount up front so you can slide it off of this drive shaft. It is not going to be easy. What's going to happen is it's going to keep coming out of there, but it's going to be some space needed. So you're going to need to get that motor all the way to the front there. and then go ahead and get it out. But you need to get all the motor mounts out, everything out your way, and then you can get it to there. There she is in all her glory. All right, there it is. Got the bolts off. Bolts are in there still. Walk it over to my lovely parts mat. Buzzinga. There's the bolts. Next off, gonna take those bolts out. All right, so once you remove the 8 bolts that hold this in place, you can go ahead and pop it off. Take that over to your parts table. Also, sometimes you can pry it by this tab here and kind of push it against the engine housing. That'll get those gaskets off. Then go ahead and take a grinder wheel or something to clean these all up, non-abrasive. All right, so next to come off is going to be these power valves. Go ahead and slide that clamp back, hold it taut because the spring is going to pop it out. Go ahead and take the spring and the cap. And now that'll give you access to the Allen heads holding this in. Right here, right here, right here, and right here. Once you get those Allens out, you should be able to then slide your power valve out. All right, Allens are out. Go ahead and pull it straight. And there you have your second power valve. Now we'll work on the head. What I do is go ahead and reattach everything and keep it all together. That way you know how it goes back, and maybe you want to clean it up. All right, now that we got the power valves off and the manifold off and the exhaust off, we're gonna go ahead and remove the head. You can go ahead and take out your spark plugs, and then go ahead and take out all of these. These are gonna be your number 11 socket. Trick tip of the day when doing pre-mixed Seadoos, these spark plugs from Advanced Auto have a no questions asked warranty. You can pay a couple dollars extra and return them for whatever reason, especially when you're pre-mixing these and breaking them in. You're going to be fouling them. Definitely recommend doing that. All right, so people use all kinds of products to get this down. As you can see, this one was cracked, JB welded, don't even line up. This one's not lining up either. So however you need to get it off there. For me, in this case, it's going to be a small flathead. Pry it in there, pop it off. Let's see what treasure lies beneath. You know, not bad at all comparatively to some that I've taken off where it's half of a piston hanging out. So go ahead and clean that all up, get these out. This is supposed to be that way because it's a sleeve that you can replace, but they're looking worse for wear. We'll go ahead and get some new cylinders on this one. Next step to expose the pistons is going to be remove these 4 bolts on each one, and then these are individual, so we can slide them off one at a time, exposing the pistons on the rods. All right, so once you have the 4 bolts out, they're going to be pretty stuck down. So what I would do is I would take a flathead, come right in here, don't push hard, just push up, and kind of separate each one off, and then that should allow you to get the back. Do the same, and then you should be able to slide the one. Keep in mind they are tethered to the hose. Sorry, here.
I mean, it's definitely not the worst one I've seen by any shot. The gaskets are shit, that's for sure. The install is shit, that's for sure. But this actually might be alright. They look brand new. When you look at the rings, these are brand new compression rings. I mean, brand new, not even worn. So we'll go ahead and clean this up a wee bit more, take all these gaskets off, non-abrasive wheel, go ahead and clean that all up as well, get it ready for the new one. But as you can see, neither one is split in half. And this is the head gasket, and nice and smooth, so that's not terrible. Okay, so again, sometimes this head will be stuck with JB weld and other stuff to keep it attached, so go ahead and find you somewhere along here that you want to separate from. Look at this handiwork. Alright, so these are long and these toppers are shorter. Tech tip of the day, stuck bolt, get a pipe on your ratchet, give yourself extra leverage to get it out. Oh, let me hold it. Okay, so as you guys can see, this piston has wear marks on it. We do not want to put that back. Right here is all indented. This one here is really hot. And this one is really worn, so we'll replace this whole side as well. You're just inspecting in here. Look for any gashes, wear marks, scratches, anything that's not smooth, honestly. And both of these feel smooth. Outside is in good condition on this set. Now, on this set, although the inside is smooth, as you can see there, these are pretty rough, patched up a few times. So we have an actual slit right there, runs into some putty. So we'll go ahead and replace this set altogether. There's your head for this side.